Hey guys, today we're going to continue our exploration of solving inequalities. And so today I want you to pay close attention to the solutions because it's going to be look a little bit different than what you saw when we saw similar solutions with equations. So let's get going. First off, I have distribution. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times a negative 3 is a negative 12, greater than or equal to 2 times x, 2 times 19. So we got it all worked out. I have variables on both sides this time. And so I'm going to go ahead and move the variable that will keep my variable positive. So that's going to be the 2x. So I move the 2x, end up with a negative 12 is greater than equal to, whoops, let me bring the 2x down. 2x minus 12 is greater than equal to 38. I'm going to add the 12 to both sides, and I get 2x is greater than equal to 50. Divide both sides by 2. I get x is greater than equal to 25. So there's nothing really special about this problem. It's just basically a warm-up. A reminder of the things that we've already done. I'll create my line graph. I'll put the 25 there. It is a greater than equal to symbol, so I'm going to put a dot. It's pointing to the right, so I will go to the right. But actually, if I just look at it, x is greater than 25, so that makes sense because the 26, 27, 28 is to the right of 25 on a number line. And again, I could put arrows on both sides. Doesn't really matter to me. Let's look at the next one. So I distribute. I have 3m minus 12 is greater than 3m minus 12. Now, it's the same on both sides. If I continued to work this all the way to the end, I would end up with 0 is less than 0. Now, when we did equations, immediately you knew that if it was the same on both sides, that you would write all real numbers. But with an inequality, sometimes you won't do that. So let's actually look at the answer and make a decision. It says 0 is less than 0. Can 0 be less than 0? Nope. So the answer to this is actually no solution. So you're going to have to think about each one as you do it, because sometimes it'll be all real numbers and sometimes it'll be no solution. So the next one. Again, when I work it out, I'm going to get 3m minus 12 is less than 3m minus 12. It's the same on both sides. If I worked it all the way through, I'd get 0 is less than or equal to 0. So is this a true statement? Yes, it is, because it actually also includes equal to. 0 is equal to 0. So this is one of the problems that we would say all real numbers is the solution, because no matter what you put in for m, it would work itself out. Okay, next one. Now, when I bring the x's together, they cancel each other out, and I have 6 is greater than negative 2. So normally with an equation, we would automatically say no solution. But with an inequality, you have to look at each individual problem. So is 6 greater than negative 2? Yes, it is. So the answer to this is all real numbers, because this is true. If it was the other way around and I had 6 is less than negative 2, this is a false statement. So that would be no solution. So keep that in mind. It can go either way. You just have to look at the numbers. Okay, lastly, I have a word problem here. We need to pay close attention to this word problem. You might see something similar to it in the future. So it says that there's 15 people with 225 pounds of luggage, and they plan to ride an elevator with a 3,000-pound weight limit. So I have to write and solve an inequality to find what? The allowable weight per person. So I'm going to go ahead, we'll call this the weight, okay? So I'm going to say that we have 15 people, and we want to know their total amount of their weight. So it's actually going to end up being kind of an average weight per person. And then I'm going to add 225 pounds one time. Now, a lot of times kids will say, is it each person has 225 pounds of luggage or everybody? Well, think about it. If you went on a vacation, even if you like to have a lot of clothes and stuff with you, you would not have 225 pounds worth of luggage. So this is the total amount of weight of everybody's luggage together. And they're getting on an elevator, and the elevator has a weight limit of 3,000. So we can have less than 3,000, and we can also have exactly 3,000. So that's the symbol I'm going to use, less than equal to. Now I'm going to go ahead and work this problem out. And that's going to cancel out. And this ends up being 2,775. I divide each side by 15. There's no negative, so nothing gets flipped. And I end up with 185. So this is an average weight per person. That doesn't mean everybody weighs 185 pounds, but on average, so pretty much these people are safe to get on this elevator with all of their luggage. If I created a number line, it would have a dot on it, and it would go to the left because it's less than. So you can weigh less than. You could probably weigh more than also, as long as there's somebody on there that weighs less. But the average weight needs to be 185 pounds. So I think they're safe. I hope that this exercise was helpful for you. Make sure that you get all this written down in your spiral. Refer back to it often. I'm sure you'll be amazing. And I will see you later.